Welcome back to Alpha Day Trading. If this is your first time inside the Alpha Day Trading community, please take a moment to actually leave us a message inside a chat. Myself, other mentors, leaders, and other members inside the community would actually like to take a second to welcome you to the team. Yes, this is a pre-recorded video, so no, I do not wear the same polo every single day. Maybe I do, maybe I don't. You'll never know. And again, I just wanted to take a moment to welcome you to the team if you are new. And if you ever have any questions, comments, or concerns, please don't hesitate to let us know. That's what we're here for. Now, if you guys ever notice any issues whatsoever with the community, simply refresh your browser and that will fix almost every issue. If you notice any issues with the stream quality, scroll down to the lower right-hand side of the stream, click the settings icon and actually set it from auto to 720 or to 1080p, and that will permanently set your quality so you'll never have any issues with the live stream. Now, if you still have any issues and you've refreshed your browser and you've already changed the quality, scroll down to the bottom of the chat room page, click one-on-one support, and actually send us a ticket, and we will be able to reach out to you immediately to get everything fixed. It is our main priority to make sure you guys always have the best experience while you guys are inside the chat. So once again, my name is Josh Howerton. Welcome back to Alpha Day Trading, and if you're brand new, welcome. Day one, baby. Welcome to the Alpha Day Trading community. We're so happy to have you a part of the team. We cannot wait to work with you. And if you ever need anything whatsoever, never hesitate to reach out. We are always here to help. Let's not waste any time. Let's go ahead and dive on into it. Good morning, traders, and what is going on, ladies and gentlemen, and happy, what day is it? Hump Day! My favorite day of the week, just because I get to dive in the chat, jump on the mic, and just scream, Hump Day! I don't know why, guys, I'm a weirdo, but the world needs more weird people like me, so be weird. Give me a big old good Hump Day, team, and happy Wednesday. It is June 16th, 2021. 9:03 in the market, and team, we're going for a big green day today. We're going for a hot day. We're going for a consistent day. We are going for a profitable day in the market. Yes, we got my man Gavin back here doing some video production for us. So say good morning, Gavin. What is going on? Once again, team, happy Wednesday. We have a lot to talk about today, so let's not waste any time, and let's go ahead and dive into it. And Josh, talking to you, my man. Good morning. Get fired up because we're going to have a rocking and rolling day here, team. So, again, we have quite a bit to talk about this morning. All right, we have probably, 10 different stocks. I want to be able to break down the day just to get us prepared for the day. So, again, we know where the opportunity's at, right? There's thousands of stocks moving every single day in the market. But as Cole would say, which ones are the alpha stocks, right? Which stocks are being dominated by retail volume? That's where our focus needs to be every single day, on those top 3 to 5 stocks, right? We want to eliminate the noise. We want to eliminate 99% of the stocks that are moving and dial in and focus on the top 3 to 5 stocks that have the best opportunity for profit. So let's not waste any time, guys. Let's go ahead and dive on into it. Once again, good morning if you're over on YouTube. Good morning, Kieran, Matt, Mark, Josh, Chris, Beth, everybody inside of chat. Once again, good morning. And we're going to start by talking with RCEL, all right? RCEL is number 1 on our Stocks with News in our morning stock newsletter. Absolutely free. Go ahead and subscribe to that. So RCEL. So Medical announces preliminary fourth quarter 2021 financial results. So again, when we're looking at press releases, we want to find hot keywords. And today, team, we have a stock with a super hot keyword, and I'm super stoked. This is number 1 on the watch list, team. So again, we're going to get to that. I'm saving the best for last, all right? But right now we have RCEL. Basically, all they did was announce, right, preliminary fourth quarter 2021 financial results. So nothing really super hot with that. But let's go ahead and just dive into the chart real quick here on RCEL. So look at that. Is there anything going on right now with RCEL? There is not, right? They have some news. The stock closed yesterday at $19.19, pushing on up towards around $23.11 on very, very light volume. So again, when we're really doing our due diligence, what's one of the most important things, team, right? When we're actually identifying what stock has the best potential, what is one of the biggest pieces of criteria Go ahead, if you're in chat, if you're over on YouTube, what is it, guys? What are we really looking for besides the catalyst? Besides, the reasoning for the stock to be moving, whether that's a press release, whether that's a technical setup, whether that's prior day momentum. What is the second most important piece of data, of information that we need to identify? Volume. Absolutely. We want to see what the average trading volume is in comparison to today's volume. And we can see here on RCEL, there's no volume right off the bat. Look at the daily chart. Yesterday, we traded 147,000 shares, right? On average, we trade anywhere from 150 to 200,000 shares on RCEL. I mean, look at the volume here in pre-market, right? We barely creeped up above maybe 20, 30,000 shares. So even though RCEL has a press release, does not mean we should be focused on this stock. So right now, team, I'm not even adding this as a back burner play, right? Just simply because we have no activity and no volume whatsoever, all right? But again, I just wanted to go ahead and break that down, and that's how we eliminate the noise. RCEL, the noise, right? Again, it has okay news. It has little to no volume. It is not even gapping up that much anymore. It's already came down around $3 off those highs on really, really light volume. So do you guys think we should be focused on RCEL? Absolutely not, right? So let's go ahead and move on. What do we have next on our morning stock newsletter? Next, we have ARVL, all right? ARVL, they filed a Form S8, all right? So let's go ahead and check out ARVL. And look at ARVL. We actually have some volume. We actually have some movement in the stock off that press release. All right, team. So let's go ahead and really dive into ARVL. ARVL is currently number 10 on the leaderboard, gapping up around 13%, trading 1.7 million shares. But check this out. The average daily volume here on ARVL is 2.3 million shares. This stock has been trading since 4 o'clock this morning, right? And we have yet to exceed, the average daily volume. So right now, it's not super hot. Retail traders are definitely not dominating this particular stock. Yes, there's a form filing. Yes, the stock is gapping up, 13% in pre-market. But again, it doesn't have the activity. It doesn't have the volume. It doesn't have the attention of retail traders. And that's where our focus needs to be, is identifying where that volume and where that activity is at. The other thing too with ARVL, team, is it's 138 million in float. Now, it's not substantial. It's not 3, 4, 500 million in float, but it's still well over 100 million in float. And if we know anything about floats, the larger the float, the slower the movement of the stocks, right? We're day traders. We want to get in and get out and lock in our profits and walk away from the market, right? We don't want to spend a lot of time in the market. So with a large float stock, expect to be in these plays 10, 20, 30 minutes as they're slow and steady grinders. So with that being said, ARVL is definitely not making it to the top 3 stocks that I want to focus on out of the gate, but it is being added to the watch list as a back burner play. Right now, we do have support right now around $21.85, right? Right off those post-market highs, right off some pre-market support. So we're established, some support right around that $21.85. Now, if ARVL ever gets some hype to it, how high can it go? Well, we're just looking at intraday, right? Look at that spiking high and look at these lows right around $23. So that would be a good little level to go ahead and start locking in some profits on ARVL if we start to see some action and some hype move into this play. Anything over 23, we could definitely see it up towards around 24 and then back up to possibly retest those highs slightly above $25.44. Now, if we ever crack below that $21.85, we can most definitely see it back down towards around $20.97. Just go ahead and call it 21. And then 21. All the way back down towards around $20. And that's what's going on with ARVL. Simply moving up this morning, 13% gap up off a Form S8 filing. Next, we got SPI. Team, SPI was actually a really, really decent stock here in pre-market. I haven't looked at it in the last 30 minutes or so, but SPI, I alerted this to you guys this morning. So if we actually go up here to our alerts tab, we go look at SPI, this stock was alerted at 7:19 this morning, and this is why it pays to be in chat in pre-market. So again, Alpha, that's me, 616, all right, at 719 this morning. SPI, watch for the decreasing volume pullback into that 775 area of support for the leg up to retest those prior highs. Let's go ahead and dive into SPI. So what did we have here, right? That alert was made at, what time was it? Yeah, 720, 719. So we were looking at it right here along that pullback, right around that 720 mark, right into that previous high. Boom, right up into the previous high here to retest at 833 and actually exceeded our expectations and moved all the way up towards around $8.78. So right now, team, SPI is definitely making it into the top 3 stocks that I'm watching today. If we know anything about penny stocks, we know that we have an 875 rule. For some reason, 875 is just that psychological number that when we blast past it with great volume, typically see a big time spike and a big time move up towards around that $10 mark. So right now on SPI, we do have that support back down towards around that 775 to 780. That is a level that we must hold on SPI if we want to see it back up towards around that 875 and possibly get that break over 875 and for that leg up towards around $10. But before we see $10, we do have some daily resistance right around $9.37. All right, so before we get that leg to 10, we will look to take some profits right around that 937, just in case we do start the struggle and we see traders taking some profits. All right, so why is SPI moving up in the first place? All right, why is it moving up? All right, so SPI Phoenix Motor Cars launches full range of EV charging solutions for U.S. market. So it's in regards to the EV sector. And also, obviously what we know, right, when last year with Tesla and Blink and INO and a lot of these EV companies, we had that EV sector really hot. But now we have every other automaker really stepping up and trying to outperform and outbeat Tesla. So you got Ford, you got Honda, you have Audi, you got Infiniti, you got Mercedes, all of them stepping up, and everything's going to be purely EV by 2025. That is the automotive industry standard. By 2025, any new car that's placed into production will be electric, right? So just so you know, when I was in the car business a few years ago, I went to an event out in Pasadena, California, and again, they had a automotive industry expert out there talking about the automotive industry standard and what the expectations are in the coming years. And so by 2025, every automaker will be 100% EV. They will no longer be making gasoline vehicles. All right. So with that being said, the EV sector is definitely going to, grow. It's definitely going to, be of more value. So when we see companies like SPI, BLNK, Blink Charging, INO, the INO or is it NIO? NIO, my bad, NIO. Companies in the EV sector, especially the ones that provide charging for these EV vehicles, batteries, the materials that go into the batteries to actually make them work. We definitely need to be dialed into what these companies are to where we can actually add some of these to our portfolio for some long-term investments, as that's the times that we're coming into, right? We are going electric. We have solar panels on our houses. We're trying to go from, fossil fuels to more solar, wind, ocean, to generate that power so we quit burning up these fossil fuels. And the same thing, gasoline and EV with the automotive industry, right? So again, definitely something that we're going to take some time in the coming months, in the coming weeks, to really dial in and dive into what stocks have the best potential as this EV sector grows. All right, so SPI, we have a pretty good press release. We know exactly what to expect. 778 support, 875 resistance, a break over 875. We do have room all the way to 937 first, and then $10 second on SPI. Definitely making it in to the top 3 stocks that I want to watch today. All right, moving on. We have about 15 minutes to go. We're definitely doing good on time. I do want to skip through some of these that are not actually moving on up. For instance, like CATB, guys. CATB had some action here in post-market off that press release. Again, a lot of profit taking. So there's really not too much to talk about right now with CATB. Definitely add it as a back burner stock just in case we start to see this move back up. We already know that it has a press release. We know that it's slightly gapping up here in pre-market. But again, where is 80 to 90% of the retail traders at? They're definitely not on CATB. Right now, team, they are on APRE, right? Look at APRE. This stock yesterday closed at what? 485, hitting pre-market highs of $7.46. This stock currently is up 46% in pre-market. And this is what I'm really trying to drill into your head. Volume, volume, volume. Where are retail traders dominating, right? Look at the volume on APRE. On average, it trades 726,000 shares. We're trading 15 million shares today. That's substantial, guys. That is, over 10x relative volume here on APRE. So we already know, based on volume in comparison to its average daily volume, that we know that retail traders are dominating here on APRE. This is where the activity is. This is where the attention is right now. So why is APRE moving up in the first place? Again, one of my favorite press releases that I like to look for in certain stocks, right? Again, do not have our cheat sheet. Go ahead and take a screenshot of this. I'm going to go ahead and pull this up, drag it over to the live stream, take 5 to 10 seconds, and take a screenshot of what you guys have here on the live stream, right? Hot keywords to look for in press releases. And as you will notice, what is one of our biggest star keywords that we want to look for in hot press releases? Meeting primary endpoints. These stocks absolutely go bananas. Bananas, all right? I don't know why I did that. I'm weird. Again, deal with it. No, I'm kidding. So again, 4-star keyword, met primary endpoints, right? That is the best press release that we can see on a low float penny stock, right? And again, what do we have here today on APRE, right? So APRE announces phase 1 attitude trial of, don't know the words. Again, those don't matter. We're looking for those keywords. Meeting primary endpoints, right? So right there, that's all we need to look for right here. Meets complete remission primary endpoint. 4-star keyword. That's exactly why we're seeing APRE go from 485, shooting straight up in the last hour and 18 minutes of the market. Again, simply off meeting those primary endpoints. We have a low float stock. We have a great press release. We have great volume, and we have some great action here on APRE. APRE is my #1 stock that I'm watching out of the gate, team. All right, APRE has a lot of great potential. Right now, we do have support back down towards around these pre-market lows at $6.53. All right. Right now, resistance is right off these pre-market highs of $7.44. Now, if we get a break over that 750 level, we could definitely see it up towards around the $8.48 mark, right? Right off these highs here. The one reason that I really, really, really like APRE is look at the daily chart. Look at that massive gap down from $25 all the way down towards around $6. That is a huge gap down. We do have some prior daily support right around 20 bucks. We do have that 200-day moving average resistance level right at 1355. So team, if we break over that prior daily high right there at $8.50, we have room to 10. Anything over 10, we have room to 1355. Anything over 1355, we have a lot of room up to 20. Anything over 20, we have room to fill the daily gap up towards around 25. Now, is this going to all happen today? We don't know. We've seen stocks go 2, 3, 4, 500%, 1,000% in a single day, right? We've also seen stocks gap up on great news and completely dump and give all those gains back. So with that being said, we simply don't know what to expect. All we need to know is looking at our key levels, support, resistance. If we start breaking and holding certain levels, guys, we could definitely see a nice move to the upside. So APRE is definitely my #1 watch. A break over that 744, we have room to 850. Anything over 850, we have room to 10, to 1350, and then all the way up towards around $20. If we crack below $6.35, or I'm sorry, my dyslexia is kicking in, $6.53. Get your stuff together, Josh. Drink yourself an energy drink. We have room back down towards around 575. All right, anything below 575, back down towards around $5 here on APRE. Again, great news, great volume, low float stock. Definitely the #1 stock that I'm focused on here out of the gate at the start of the day. All right, moving on. We have KIN is actually #2 on the leaderboard. But right now, KIN is just sitting sideways. So why is KIN gapping up? Well, there's an agreement to buy this company at $9.25 per share. If we know anything about acquisitions and agreements, they always take place at a per share basis, right? That equates to around $440 million is that buyout amount, but it breaks down to around $9.25 a share. So why is KIN just sitting sideways at $9.25? It's simply because that's what the valuation of the company is $9.25 per share or $440 million. So do you really think KIN is going to exceed or drop away from that $9.25? Probably not. 95% of the time when we see press releases like this, the stock just sits stagnant right around that acquisition price. And in this case on KIN, $9.25. So really KIN, there's not much to look at here today. Moving on, number 4 on the leaderboard, currently gapping up 32%. Average daily volume is 500,000 shares. We're trading 3.5 million shares. So substantial volume here today on AUVI, and it's a low float stock. Why is the stock number 4 on the leaderboard? Why is it gapping up 32%, right? Let's go ahead and check it out. Why is it not on the morning newsletter? Get your stuff together, Josh. I have no idea why it's not on there, but let's go ahead and dive into AUVI. We have a press release at 8:30. All right, so they announced laboratory results confirming their sterile lumen lumicide. Hey, I got it right. Ribbon kills SAR's COVID-19 virus. Wow. All right, so they announced laboratory results of this weird, whatever, sterile lumens lumicide ribbon kills the COVID-19 virus. That's why we saw this stock go from $9 hitting these highs of $13. This is a great press release. This is a great stock with great volume and a low float. This is going to be number 2 on our watch list on the leaderboard for the top stocks we're watching on the day. So right now we want to see this play. We want to see the stock hold above this previous high right around $11.82. Now, if we cannot hold above that prior high, we would have room to retest these prior lows somewhere around the low 11s, right around $11 to $11.15. Now, we do have room back up to $13 to retest pre-market highs. What I would expect to see on AUVI is a possible washout, right? Again, we've been talking about this a lot the last couple of days, team, all right? Traders are in this play. They're currently up 31%. Do you think swing traders and investors are going to start trimming some profits? Absolutely, right? We see this nice grind to the upside. We see some profit taking. Again, we'll probably see some of these investors and swing traders lock in some profits when the market opens. So if we crack back down below 1182, best believe I'm waiting for AUVI to take an entry somewhere down towards around $11, $11.10 for that washout long bounce play for a possible pop back up over 1182 and for the potential run up to retest these pre-market highs of $13.10. Now, if we ever break over 13.10, right, how high can we go? Simply look at that daily chart. Prior spiking highs right up towards around $13.68. Anything over $13.68, room to $14.30. Anything over $14.30, room to $14.65. Obviously $15 psychological support. And then we have room all the way up to $15.71. We have room up to 19. Then we have room up to 1988. And again, I'm just looking left. I'm looking at the daily chart, pinpointing extreme points in the chart that I believe other traders are noticing as well, to where if we come up to these levels, I would expect to see a majority of traders locking in some profits. All right, team. So again, want to ideally see this hold above 1182. I'm looking for a washout long below 1182, back down towards around $11 for a quick pop back up above 1182, and for that run up to possibly retest these highs of $13.04. Again, anything over 1304, room to 1368, then room to 1430, 1465, 15, and then 1571. A break over that 1571, we have so much room to the upside towards around $19 here on AUVI. So team, top 3 stocks we're watching. AUVI. All right. We're also watching APRE. Right now, all I'm doing is just marking these in blue. ARVL is one that we're going to keep on the back burner, but SPI is definitely one of our top threes as well. So again, we have SPI, we have APRE, we have AUVI, top three stocks I'm watching right out of the gate, followed by a back burner play, ARV to the L. All right, so if I've missed anything, please let me know. But AUVI, APRE, and SPI, top three stocks. We do have some back burner plays as well from yesterday. We do have one of our top gainers being ALF. All right, ALF is slightly gapping down today. We may not see action today, but what we could see is a possible mid-candle breakout formation formed for a push tomorrow. Again, that's pure speculation, right, team? Again, the market hasn't even opened. We're not even anywhere close to the end of the day, but we've been seeing a lot of these mid-candle breakout formations. So right now, if we start to pull back here on ALF today, we could see it pull back to that prior high at $5.63, which would put us somewhat for a mid-candle breakout if we can actually hold that prior spiking high here on ALF. So I do want to keep ALF on high watch today as well. I do want to keep TRCH on watch today as well. This was another big gainer yesterday that unfortunately gave a lot of its gains back end of day, but we are slowly gapping up this morning here on TRCH. TRCH is 120 million in float, right now trading 7.4 million shares, and the average daily volume is 11.4. So with that being said, excuse me guys, if we can break over yesterday's highs, we do have a lot of great room to the upside here on TRCH. How high can it go? Well, it can definitely retest those all-time highs of $6.75. Over that, guys and girls, the sky is the limit here on TRCH. So right now, a break over 615. We have room to 671, then room to 7, and then basically we play this psychological resistance. Every whole dollar, every 50 cents is a great level to lock in some profits. Support right now on TRCH is back down towards around $5.50. Same thing. I'm looking for a possible washout long. People that were in this play from yesterday, swing traders. Again, this stock is currently gapping up 16%. If we open somewhere around 6 and we wash out back down towards around 550, I would be looking for an entry there as well here on TRCH. So definitely TRCH is in our top stocks as far as what we're looking at this morning. So one last review. We have a minute and 20 seconds to go. We're watching AUVI. We're watching APRE. We're watching SPI right out of the gate. And we're also watching TRCH, team. All right, so if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, please let me know. But get hyped up, get fired up today, team. We're going to rock and roll. We're looking for a big green day. We're going to have some fun, and we're going to make some profit. So again, team, get fired up. Get ready to go. We have 55 seconds until the bell. Let's have some fun. Let's learn, and let's make some money, team. Yes, so at the very top of the page, we have our chat room introduction. It's about 8 minutes long. It's actually going to walk you through everything, how to use the features, and all of the functionality inside of chat. So again, if you're new to chat, please take a moment, watch that quick 8-minute chat room introduction video. It's going to talk to you about the live stream, the chat rooms, all of that good stuff. We already got some profits on the day too. We got a member in chat locking in over $378. That's what I'm talking about. Great way to start the day here. $378. Awesome stuff, team. So I want to see more profits flooding into profits chat today. So right now, market's open, team. Let's have some fun. Let's get hyped up and let's make some money. Right now, my swing trade on GRAY, I'm currently down around $200, but again, it's a swing trade. So I'm not worried about these really, really short-term movements. And right now, I just went from negative 200 back to break even as I'm looking for TRCH today to get that leg up over $5.50. I took the swing trade last night right around 505. Right now, the current price is at 505. So I'm feeling pretty good about my GRAY swing trade. Took it on my larger account, and I also took GRAY on the small account as well. Ooh, 80 bucks. Wow. That's a great profit right there. I can buy us lunch today. Buy us lunch today, man. With that $79. Some fancy Mickey D's. So right now, team, we're watching TRCH. Again, we know we have resistance off yesterday's highs, around $6.15. We're not chasing these breakouts. We're not chasing the highs. We've seen some choppiness in the market the last, few days. So with that being said, it's really smart to sit back and wait for the stock to break out if it's going to break out. Why would you want to be the guinea pig, right? Why do you want to be the one to test the breakout just to get stopped out? Why not wait for a breakout to happen, let the stock prove itself, and once the stock has proven itself, once we identify the market is good, right? Not as choppy as it's been the last couple of days, then we can get prepared and then we can lock in some great time profits. So right now we're 2 minutes into the market, right? I have no trade intraday on the table. The only position that I have is my GRAY swing trade. All right, so that being said, I'm sitting back right now on my hands waiting to see where traders go and which stock has the best potential. And right now we have TRCH breaking out over yesterday's highs of $6.15. So right now, that previous level of resistance is now going to act as support. So let's wait for a pullback and a possible reversal off that $6.15 area. Right now, AUVI team, AUVI, right? I said wash out long, looking for a possible entry coming on up right around $11.08 for a quick scalp. We're at $11.20. I want to see another 20 cents to the downside, and I want to try and nail this bounce off that $11 mark here on AUVI. So it needs to come down another 30 cents for me. Another 30 cents so I can grab this entry for the dip right off that 11 to 11.08. If we start bouncing prematurely here, I will not be looking for that trade. It's got to continue to sell off without a bounce below 11.20 down towards around 11. Looking to probably grab maybe like 600 to 1,000 shares on this play. Looking for a quick little 20, 30 cent pop. Right now, we're starting to see it bounce off that 11.20. So that being said, I am no longer interested in the bounce play. We would be more or less looking for a reversal setup, right? APRE over pre-market highs. So right now we have 750 support here on APRE. ARVL is not doing too much. SPI not doing too much either. Honestly, team, SPI is shortable. I'm looking to see if we stay below that 775. If we get back above 775, I'm thinking long. If we stay below that 780, that's a key level of prior resistance and support. We could see the next leg down here on SPI. With that being said, I just grabbed a small short position here on SPI off that double top, right? We have boom, a attempt over 780, boom, an attempt over 780. I'm looking to see sellers move in and bring this down below $7.40. And again, if we can see that, we could definitely see SPI back down towards around $7.20. So my first intraday trade on the day, my stops are going to be over the 780 mark. More of an anticipation trade, looking to see if we actually get that crack on down, if we cannot regain that level of support. Right now, my average cost basis is $7.69. You do not want to see a close over 780. And we don't see a lot of great volume here. But again, anything can happen. We have 30 seconds left on this candle. Right? So anything can happen in the next 30 seconds. My finger's on the trigger just in case we see buyers step up over that level. But right now, we want to see this wash out below 760. Now we're starting to see a little bit of profit. Back down to negative 14 bucks. Right now, break even. There we go. We're starting to see a little bit of profit. Here we go. There we go. So let's see. I want to see this wash out below 740. So I'm still holding this. There's no reason to get out. There's no signal to get out of this trade yet. Right now, I am still short here on SPI. Probably like 775 now. If we see this back up over 775, that's probably where I'll go ahead and start locking in that negative loss if we break back above 775. So again, my stops right now are 775 to 8. Looking for the continuation move to the downside below 740, but we have to crack 760 here. We have to start cracking that $7.60 mark very, very soon. We got about 15 seconds left on this candle. I'd like to see it below that 760. All right, now we can see buyers fighting for it, so that I may get out of this at break even if we get back above that level. Just because we're not seeing that aggressive sell-off that I really wanted to see. So right now, as long as we're below the 9, but I don't want to see the higher low double bottom for the push over that 780 mark. So again, my finger's on the trigger just in case I need to get out, but we want to see it crack below 760 right about now. There we go. There's the crack of 760. Now we got to crack 750 below 740, room to $7.20. So let's go ahead and do this just because I want to scan through some other plays. Let's go $7.80 on the stop, 625 shares. Go ahead and set that buy order in the system and wait for SPI to really do its thing today, team. So the other thing too is we got to crack below that 200-day moving average. Right now, that moving average is holding this play up as support. Again, I'm okay with the stop on the trade. I'm risking right now about 10 cents or about $60, and I'm looking for about 40 cents of profit. So I'm going to let that thing ride on out for us. There's AUVI trying to find support down off those pre-market lows of $11. So right now we have AUVI on high watch. So AUVI right now on high watch down towards around $11 support for the leg on up. But again, we saw a lot of these plays yesterday look like they were going to bottom, look like they were going to push, crack, right? So I don't want to take this trade and get caught up in like a 50-cent dump or anything like that, team. So that being said, I'm probably going to hold off on AUVI just because we're only 8 minutes into the market. Yesterday, we saw a lot of these nice bottoms and then boom, crack, making lower lows. And I don't want to get caught up in a unnecessary loss. So even though AUVI looks good, I am going to sit on my hands on that one. ARVL, still keep that one on watch. SPI, go ahead and do this. Let's go ahead and modify that stop order. Put it right at my entry for a break even at 770. If we break back over 770, we'll probably see it over 780 and start the push on up. So right now, I'm going to go ahead and go for a risk-free trade here on SPI and still give this a fighting chance to possibly crack below that 750, 746 level and come on down even lower today. And right now, we're looking pretty decent on SPI, up about 70 bucks. Again, my total P&L is negative 147. I do have a swing trade that's in here from last night. So intraday, on the day, I'm currently locking in a little over $150 on the 2 trades that I've taken. Right now, I am still holding SPI for the crack below at 746 level. And then Todd, just give me a thumbs up. Please let me know if you were able to get the screen resolution figured out, Todd. I want to make sure that you're good to go, that you had a chance to watch that intro, and that you were able to adjust the quality settings. So SPI, let's see this crack down below that 745. We can crack down below 745. I'm currently locking in about $142 on this trade here on SPI. Right now on SPI, I'm going to go ahead and start locking in probably about half my position here on SPI. So let's go ahead and cancel that. Let's go ahead and get out of half of that position and ride another, yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and exit that position for a quick 99 bucks. So we are bouncing pretty aggressively. It took time to cancel the stop loss order to get my order out there. But again, hey, quick $100 to start the day. Not a bad way to start. So right now, AUVI actually forming a really nice double bottom down here right off those lows. Right now, AUVI definitely setting up for a possible reversal here. I'm looking to possibly make an entry here on AUVI with stops below 11, but I think that might be a little too tight, right? I'd probably want to put my stops below that, like that 1080. It's about 50 cents of risk. Can I get $1 out of this play? I mean, I'd have to look to take some profits around 1190, so it's not the best 2-to-1 setup, so I'm a little hesitant with taking that. All right, so right now, still #1 play right now, team, is AUVI. Let me go ahead and get those scanners up here for you. All you've been looking at is my beautiful face for the last 13 minutes. There you guys go. So right now, AUVI, if you guys were buying the dip at 1106, if anybody got in AUVI, your stops want to be below intraday lows here at like 1080. And you're looking for that target of 1189 to 1190, right around VWAP. Right now, we're only 13 minutes into the market. Again, waiting for stocks prove themselves, right? Has TRCH proven itself? I mean, look at that, right? Nice big break over 612, room all the way to that 675, and now we see a lot of traders taking some profits. So let's see if we get that little bit of a drop, a base, and then the confirmation with volume for the next leg up. So right now, #1 stock that I am watching coming on up is going to be TRCH, as again, if we break over these highs at 675, we have a lot of room to 7, and really the sky is the limit. So there's that drop base. We're getting some confirmation with volume here on TRCH. Right now, we know we have support back down towards around $6.10. Again, nice drop, nice little base. We're back above VWAP now, so that's going to be our level of support right around 620 here on TRCH. So looking for a possible trade coming on up. Again, the risk is only about 15 cents. I don't want to prematurely get in this trade. I probably would just scale in with a starter here. So I'm going to scale in with a small starter on TRCH. As again, we had the nice drop, we had the base, we had the confirmation break over that last 1 minute candle high, and back above VWAP. So again, looking for this to possibly hold VWAP and squeeze over that 9 EMA. And my stops right now are underneath this low, looking for that next leg up here on TRCH. So let's see if we can get that. That would be pretty sweet, team. We can hold that VWAP and pop over that 9 EMA. Again, I only took a half position just because I was about 10 cents over the cost where I wanted to be. So I'm giving myself a little bit more breathing room by, reducing my my size here on this trade. So right now we want to see the continuation. We want to see this break and close above 633. And we definitely have room back up towards around 675. So there's 634. We want to close over that level. If we dip back below that last 1 minute candle low, 618, 617, I am cutting the trade. We want to see this actually break and close over that 634. Once again, bringing my stops up now underneath that last 1 minute candle low. 617 stops on TRCH. The fact that we're getting a new 1 minute candle high. Still need a break and close over that 9 EMA. Come on, TRCH. I'll start talking dirty to you, TRCH. You guys want me to talk dirty to it? Get it going for us. Get it squeezing to the upside. And right now, I do have a target up towards around those high. Cole, please talk dirty to it. I'll let you talk dirty to it. I'm not in a dirty talking mood today. Oh, TRCH. I'm gonna torch you good today, TRCH. What's up?
Not for the camera.
Oh, not for the camera. Anything that's funny. Oh, TRCH. You better squeeze for me. You squeeze for me, TRCH. I'm gonna take some of those profits. I'll take you out for a steak dinner. Buy you a great bottle of wine, get you drunk, bring you back home. Ooh, you're gonna wake up forgetting what happened the night before, and that's what I want. I don't want you to remember any part of it, TRCH. You won't want to remember any part of it, TRCH. Is that good enough on the dirty talk, or is that kind of like really weird dirty talking? I'm not good at dirty talking. That's why it took me 5 years to find my wife. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and cut TRCH. Not a fan. We're getting that nice rejection off the 9 EMA, which is a good short, right? So right now, I don't like the long. I don't like the short. So right now, I am just going to go ahead and take a step back from TRCH, guys, and just let this thing play itself out. If that was going to get that move on up, we should have seen it by now. So right now, I'm thinking TRCH has more room to the downside. No, I would not like to sell my home. Actually, I might. If you give me 50 grand over what it's worth, I might sell it to you. What, 50 grand over? Yeah, so it's crazy. So I put my I'll be back. Put my house on the market early this year. It was assessed, appraised, whatever. It was valued at like 270. I paid 220. And I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. I'm up. Someone makes me an offer for 280 on it. And I'm like, no, really, the market's only hotter. And I took it off the market. Right now, I think it's I'm up almost 100 grand. I'm like, that's what is that? That's 50%.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why wouldn't I take a quick 50% return on my house? Like, I can't go anywhere because there's no houses for. I'd have to get an apartment. I'm like, I can't live in an apartment after having a house. But I'm like, $100,000. I take 70 of it in 2 years.
Yeah,
that's the easiest flip ever. Yeah, and I'm thinking about it, letting the market settle back down and buy.
A renovation.
So the renovations were done, but we did some stuff in the backyard. We updated the colors because you remember the outside of the brown house. It's blue now. It looks so much better.
That's fun.
So from an appearance standpoint, it looks better and it's easier to sell now. So I think I might put it back on the market and just. People are paying cash. People are moving from California to get away from the lockdown. They're paying over what it's worth because they have cash.
Yeah, no, like Colorado, my little area where I grew up because
right,
and that's where everyone go right now because they're
working from home and no one wants the high taxes. No one wants the current lockdown situations. Yeah, so people are like literally flooding to Florida in this area, buying up property, and I'm like. So now's a good time to sell. Someone will pay me way more than what it's worth. Shame on them. Good for me. So right now, team, what are you guys watching? All right, so as you know, I'm kind of sifting through some of our top gainers, trying to eliminate some of these stocks that we had on watch. And right now, I don't see anything that's really standing out to me saying, trade me, trade me, trade me, right? I don't see anything right now. So let me know if I'm missing anything. The only thing that I see is possibly AUVI off a decreasing volume pullback above the 9 EMA for the next leg up. Prior resistance, possible new support, going to put you right around that 1132 mark. And look at AUVI. Just when we say that, starting to pull back a little bit more now. So right now, I'm not a huge fan of really anything that I'm seeing in the market. Right? Not a huge fan. Now we're starting to see a lot of selling move in to AUVI. Increased volume. We have another 30 seconds to go on this candle, and we're already increasing above that prior 1 minute candle. So that tells me that there's a lot of sellers in control here on AUVI, and I'm definitely not looking for a long entry. So AUVI right now, kind of stepping back. APRE, just really choppy, right? Yes, it's consolidating above the VWAP. You could be looking to take entries with stops under 720. But I'm not a fan of the market conditions still. To me, it seems very choppy, decent setups, failing, cracking, dumping. So to me, it's more of a shorters market today. I'm not really seeing a lot of great long opportunities. I mean, SPI, still struggling. ALF, not really doing too much. This could definitely be a mid-candle breakout for tomorrow, right? We were talking about this this morning. If we hold above that 563, look, to the penny, 563, shooting up to 641. So many people from your state, New Jersey, are leaving and they want to relocate to Florida. So Beth, where are you at? Come on. I got a room for you. You can stay in the office. That's fine. We'll trade together. We'll get you out of Jersey. We'll get you down to sunny Florida. But with that being said, I'm like, why not put it back on the market? And that's the easiest 50% I think I've ever made in my life. Going from 220 to 3 something, like that's insane. So you guys may start to see me in a what? In an apartment in my living room trading. But I'll take a quick 50. Right now, guys, I'm not seeing a lot. Right now, GRAY is back below $5 ever so slightly. Again, I am taking some heat on the trade. I expected to see a slight gap up on GRAY, but we're not really getting it. But here's the daily chart. The daily chart still looks really, really appealing on GRAY. I mean, look at that volume break. Look at the decreasing volume pullback into the fib level that we're talking about, into the $5 level. Yesterday's doji close was just absolutely beautiful. We do have room, technically speaking, back down to the 13 SMA, which is 470. And that's kind of where I was putting my stops, was below that 460. So if I take that heat, I take the heat, right? But again, I really like the daily setup. That's why I actually took the swing trade, and I'm looking for this to get some action today or tomorrow off that U shape for the next leg on up. But right now, GRAY keeps trying to pop, but we're having a little bit of struggle actually getting back above the VWAP. But right now, we did put in a little bit of a higher low. We are squeezing in between in this little bit of a wedge formation. So if we get really, really tight above 5 and we see a volume pop, that could generate a lot of activity and a lot of attention here on GRAY to start getting this up into possibly the 520s and then the 550s. So I'm still holding that swing trade. I don't have any reason to get out yet. Start making in new lows. Today, I may start just locking in some of my loss, reducing my size to not be as leveraged in the stock like I'm making in. I have 4,000 shares. That's a pretty big swing trade, team. I haven't taken a 4,000 share swing trade in a year or two, right? So I definitely have a lot of size on this trade, but I was also looking for a nice little gap up. Right now, as long as we continue to squeeze here intraday and we break this slight downtrend, maybe we can get some action, right? GRAY. Right now, we're back up towards around 504. So right now, I'm pretty close to break even. I'm waiting to see if we can hold VWAP here and actually get this break up over 510. If I start seeing some profit, I may start just trimming, because again, I do have a pretty aggressive size on the swing. I may trim a couple thousand shares at a little bit of a profit just to go ahead and lock something in and then take my 2,000 share swing trade as I originally planned on GRAY. So there's AUVI back below that level of support. APRE, not really looking all that great. ARVL, not looking all that great. SPI, ALF. Again, the market is still pretty choppy. The only play that we have right now is TRCH back above VWAP off a nice little reversal. Let's see what we look like. I'm not buying this for the second attempt over the highs. I'd be looking for a second touch rejection followed by the higher low, then look for the breakout on the third point. Right now, intraday, I'm locking on about 160 bucks, but my swing trade right now has me down 6. Not really what I was looking for, but I'm still going to let it breathe. I'm still going to stick to my plan here. I just really not a fan of mixing my swing trades and my day trades together. It just like really throws me off. But last night, I didn't have time to shut down, reboot, to switch accounts. So I went ahead and just took it on my my normal account. Let's see if we get a nice little higher low, possibly the next leg on up. Right now, it is quiet. You guys are being quiet too, so I know the market is quiet. And you guys in chat are quiet as well. So let's go ahead and do this. Let's go ahead and start with a lesson topic. The lesson topic, pick one, and I will make sure I do a live lesson for you guys here in chat. Again, I like to do my own lessons every single day, but again, I want to make sure that I'm focusing on what you guys need to learn about today, right? If you have questions with EMAs, we can do an EMA lesson versus a advanced strategy lesson. So again, go ahead and give me a topic of something that you want to learn about, and I will actually custom tailor our lesson around your topic. Right now, AUVI still getting hammered to the downside. However, the fact that we're making lower lows, the chart, but we're trying to put in a slightly higher low, possible double bottom here on RSI, we could see some internal strength really start to get this play back to the upside. So right now, $10 support on AUVI. So yeah, we'll talk about volume today, and we'll talk about EMAs today as well. And then we have over on YouTube, creating better scanners. All right, so yeah, definitely. I mean, we have our screeners and our scanners that were custom developed for our community. Get our breakout scanner, halts and resumes, high of the day momentum scanner. All of this was custom developed for us. And again, I stream these $2,400 scanners to our members every single day, Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. So again, in your membership, not only do you get the live stream, not only do you get the live commentary, the daily lessons, the daily Q&As, the daily private one-on-ones, 120 videos in our video lessons library, you also get access to $2,400 worth of scanners. That's $240 a month. Membership's $119. So right off the bat, the scanners are absolutely of extreme value if you just want to log in and get access to these scanners, right? But again, you get like 10 other things of value as well in your membership. So guys, what I'm going to go ahead and do for you over on YouTube, right? 7-day trial. We are dropping the stream here on YouTube. Again, I do this every single morning, absolutely free for you guys over on YouTube from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Then Fridays all day. But if you want to dive in the chat, you want to work with our members, you want to get the rest of our commentary session, book a session with me, access our video lessons library for the next 5 trading days, again, 7 days, go ahead and jump over to alphadaytrading.com, go to the monthly membership section, enter coupon code 7-day trial, and get the next 5 full trading days on me, and definitely see what all the hype's about inside of chat, guys. So alphadaytrading.com. So I look forward to seeing you guys and girls over inside of chat. We're definitely going to have some fun, rock and roll, looking for the best opportunity to make some great profits today. Happy safe trading, YouTubers, and I will see you back here bright and early tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time.